So here are the books that I'm going to be using today. The first one is this Midori A5 notebook, and it's just square grid. As you can see, I've done a little bit in here, not a lot, but that's a notebook that I'm going to be using. And then I have this notebook where it's like grids for reading and practicing kanji. So I'm going to be using that as well. This is another one of that, it's a different version. And then we have the Genki, the first book. I'm going to be starting this as well. Looks like a really good book, honestly. I'm really excited to get into that. And then also the Genki workbook. This comes, I don't think it comes with it actually, but it's supposed to be just like a workbook to go along with the first book. So I'm assuming you complete one section per chapter. There's that, and then I picked this up actually at Half Price Books. It's called Japanese for Busy People. I guess it's number 2. We're gonna have to see how far I can get into this, but I just kind of want to look over it, see if I can learn any new vocabulary. So those are all the books I'm going to be using today. Right there. So with the Genki book, it'll give you a topic like shopping for this chapter, and it'll give you some dialogue so you can kind of see how conversation flows. And so here, this is in katakana, but I'll also write it in hiragana above just in case you're not too sure. But it'll have some sentences between people talking to each other, and then on the other side, I don't know if you can see this too well, there, right here, it'll just write the same thing but just in English. So it's nice that it also has the romaji text under here as well if you're not too comfortable with hiragana. I really appreciate how this book starts to take out the romaji, so you're forced to kind of read it in hiragana, and it starts to substitute in different kanji as well, with hiragana of course, so that's very helpful because I don't really know kanji that well, but I feel like this is a good way to slowly force myself to read more. Another thing that I noticed is that initially the vocabulary is also in hiragana and then romaji, but then as you get a little bit farther, it starts to substitute that for kanji as well. So that's very interesting. And you can see these little stars here. It's all the words that they used in the conversations throughout the chapter. An idea actually of using the front part of this book for grammar and stuff. But then at the very end of this book, I have a plan to start writing in all the vocabulary, as well as put in a checkbox or something for the kanji, so that way when I reach these pages, I can write it all down, and then write it all here and highlight it once I am positive that I know what it means. That way I can kind of track what words that I need to work on, which ones that I have mastered. So I wrote out 2 or 3 chapters worth of vocabulary, and now I'm just going to take a highlighter and highlight all the words that I know. That way I know which ones I need to work on. So now you can see kind of what it looks like. Like this is just like the beginning chapter and a half. And so I kind of already know all these words, but I chose this green to mark in all the ones that I know. So now I can just like easily see which ones I need to work on. As you can see, there's clearly a lot to work on.